Brethren, let us pray. Every Gidon in our life, fall down, you need to be loud. What's up here? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. If today is your first time on my channel, you are definitely welcome, and if today isn't your first time, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I have a lot of gist for you guys today, so you had better grab yourself a cup of coffee, a glass of juice, and like I always advise, if you don't have any of these things in the house, there's water. And if you know that you don't want to drink water, you can just carry an empty mug. The reason I'm saying mug is because it is not transparent. Nobody will see whether it is empty or not. When people sip, you sip, then you lick your lip, Anyways, let's just get straight into the gist, okay? The first thing on my list would be the fact that after Gidoni and Jackie were evicted from the Big Brother Naija house yesterday night, Biggie then told the housemates to move into the arena. Right, so when they got into the arena, they had to play a game of hats and colors. Biggie had already drawn two boxes, in the arena. One was colored green, the other was colored red. So all the housemates had to do was to dip their hands into the hat and pick out a paper. So whatever color the paper was, that's the team they're going to join. Some of the housemates picked red while others picked green. At the end of the day, Biggie told them to give themselves new names, right? So because we cannot be using icons and Christopia, especially because Christopia was bringing plenty bad luck. So the green team came up with the name Enigma, okay, while the red team came up with the name Legends, right? I'm just going to run through the names of the housemates that are in Team Enigma and Team Legends. For Team Enigma, we have Elo, Sheyi, Mike, Mercy, Ike, Diane, and Cindy. While for the Legends, we have Omashola, FRODD, Venita, KHAFI, Tacha, Sadi, and Esther. So that means that we have 7 housemates in each group. After the two teams were established, they had to play the veto powered game of chance, and all the housemates were expected to do was to play the game of shapes and cards. Biggie gave each of the housemates a pack of cards, that had different shapes. They had the square shape, the rectangular shape, the circle, and all of that. So all they had to do was to guess the exact shape that the ninja had picked up, but he placed it upside down so that they would not see it, because I'm sure that their eyes are sharp. Anyways, after everything, Ike emerged the winner of the veto power because he guessed right. Now, what actually cracked me up was the fact that after Ike won the veto power badge, he went about telling all the housemates that he's willing to sell the badge. Anybody that can give him Bet Naija coins, he will just give the person the veto power badge, because he doesn't really care so much about the whole badge and all that. But anyways, nobody bought the badge, so he still had his power to himself. Anyways, moving on from that, let's talk about the head of house challenge. Earlier today, Biggie instructed the housemates to move into the arena for the head of house challenge, and today's game had 2 rounds. So in the first round, Biggie paired the housemates in twos, and they all had tables lined up in front of them, and then he placed a die on each of those tables. Like when I say die, it's the singular form of dice. The dice that we use in playing Ludo. So he placed 1 each on those tables, right? So the idea was for all of them to put their hands on their head, and once they hear the sound of the bigo, the fastest finger to pick up the die will automatically be qualified for the next round. Of course, after the first round, 7 housemates were disqualified, leaving 7, for the second round. For the second round, it was more like a puzzle. There were colored pattern bricks, that Biggie had arranged on a table. The whole idea was for the housemates to try and replicate the same pattern, that was already fixed on a table. So once you're done, all you have to do is go and press the bell just to notify Biggie that you're done. At the end of the day, KHAFI emerged the winner, which automatically makes her the head of house for this week. See God. See God. Brethren, let us pray. Every Gidon in our life, fall down, you need to be loud, so that every Gidon that has been holding you back should fall down and, complete the sentence. Okay? See, KHAFI won a car just 2 days ago. KHAFI is the head of house for this week. Like, what more can she ask for? There's been a lot of chaos on the internet. People have been saying that Gidoni was bad luck for KHAFI, that Gidoni was holding her back, Gidoni was this, Gidoni was that. See, me, I don't even know. My own point is that the guy is shot out and the girl is now shining. Praise the Lord. Anyways, on a more serious note, I'm so excited for KHAFI. And then, as the head of house, you have to choose a roommate. So Biggie asked KHAFI if she'd like to choose any of the housemates to be her roommate. And then she was like, no, Biggie, not at the moment, but can I change my mind later? Biggie then said no. It's either you make your choice now or never. She asked Tasha if Tasha would like to stay with her in the room. Tasha said no problem, so she chose Tasha as her roommate. But guys, something actually happened after the whole challenge and all that. Ike felt cheated, because he felt like he also finished in time, and in fact that he finished before KHAFI. But then that Biggie just chose KHAFI and just gave it to her, just for giving sake and all that. So he felt really bad. And some housemates were trying to put pepper. People like Sheyi and Mike, I don't understand. Mike is becoming somehow these days. Some of them were actually telling Mike that he should go and lay a complaint to Biggie and just contest the whole thing, that it was not fair at all, that he finished before KHAFI, this one, that one. Go and tell Biggie that you are not going to let it go. Go and write a petition. Go and do this, go and do that. I'm like, is it that deep? And Ike, anything you tell him, he'll be like, oh yeah, I think so, oh, yeah. For me, gangster than me, I don't understand. Him too was now ginger that he's going to write a petition, that he wants to contest it and all that. After a while, Biggie called him into the diary room and asked him if he had anything to say. And then he was like, yeah, that he wants to contest, that he doesn't think it was fair at all, that KHAFI didn't deserve to win, that he was the one that finished first. This one, he kept on going on and on. So Biggie was like, okay, fine, if you actually want to contest it, that's no problem, but just know that at the end of the day, there's going to be consequences. Ike got worried. He started asking Biggie how severe the punishment was going to be if he eventually lost and everything. Biggie was like, it's going to be a minor punishment. You guys know that when Biggie says minor, there's nothing minor about Biggie. Biggie is big, so everything will be big. His punishment will be big. So he gave Ike 30 minutes to go and think it through. But when Ike came out of the diary room, Omashola called him and tried to give him a pep talk, elder brother and younger brother talk. And he was telling Ike that there was no need for him to go through all this. First of all, you already have veto power. So what do you need head of house for again? Just let KHAFI be. You guys know that she has been crying. She has been feeling bad that Gidoni had to leave and all that. So just cut her some slack. Let her just stay in the room. If not for anything, just for her to have her privacy when she wants to cry or whatever. Besides that, you have a veto power. He was not like, oh yeah, that's true, that he didn't even think about it like that, and that now he has to be really careful with the way he relates with Sheyi, because Sheyi that has been putting fire that he should go and contest it. Sheyi has won head of house 2 times. Sheyi knows how he feels. I know Sheyi is just trying to put him in trouble, because at the end of the day, if you look at it, Ike has just one more strike and he's out of the house. So he was like, oh yeah, he's going to let it go. After 30 minutes, Biggie then called Ike back into the diary room and asked him if he was ready to proceed with his contest. But Ike was like, no, that he's no longer interested in the contest. Besides, he doesn't know how severe Biggie's punishment was going to be, so he would rather let it slide than put himself in that mess and all that. Now let's talk about the nomination challenge that happened this evening. Okay, so if I'm talking about Biggie's challenge, some people would think that I don't know what I'm saying. Today, Biggie blindfolded these housemates, and in my mind, I'm like, what do you expect blind people to do? Just tell me, Biggie. And the guy did not slack. The rule of today's game was for each team to choose 3 representatives, that would play the game. So for the team Enigma, they chose Cindy, Elo, and Sheyi, while for the legend, they chose Venita, Esther, and Omashola. And all they had to do after they were blindfolded was for them to use spoons to pick out cotton balls from a bucket into a small plate. I don't understand. I'm blind. I still have to be taking things from one place and moving it to another place. I don't understand all this kind of task. But anyways, after everything, Team Legends lost to Team Enigma because Team Enigma gathered more cotton balls. Guys, these people had 93 cotton balls in their plates. That brings us to the part where Ike now had to use his veto power. Of course, his team is safe, so all he had to do was to save someone from the other team and replace with someone from his own team. All he did, which was even the obvious, was he saved Omashola and replaced with Cindy. I, for one, I wasn't even surprised because, of course, he has the least bond with Cindy, and Omashola is his guy. Especially the fact that Omashola was one that gave him that pep talk that saved him from Biggie's wahala and all that. So he saved Omashola and replaced him with Cindy. The remaining housemates that are up for possible eviction this week include FRODD, Venita, Tacha, Sadi, Esther, and Cindy. Obviously, KHAFI is in that team, but she can't leave. She's immune to eviction this week. And I'm just really glad. This whole thing came for her at the right time, because if KHAFI was up again, she'd probably just die. Because now she doesn't even have anybody to go and cry on the shoulder and all that. As much as Tasha is afresh, she cannot be doing all those cry things on Tasha's shoulders. Do you think Esther is finally going home? Because the internet has been going crazy since. Oh, thank God Esther is going home this week. Oh, thank God Esther and FRODD are going home this week. Yeah, I don't know. Just let me know in the comment section who you think will be leaving Big Brother's house on Sunday. And guys, this video will not be complete if I don't tell you guys how silly FRODD was this evening. If you guys remember, last week Elozonam saved Venita and replaced her with FRODD. Until now, FRODD has not gotten over it. Like, the guy, I don't just know. Has he forgotten that this is a game? The guy has just been acting very, very funny towards Elozonam. Today's one was even crazy. So if you guys also remember, last week they won their wager, and so they were expected to shop for whatever it was that they wanted at the time. And as usual, the members of the Icon group, you know, gathered in the lounge to shop and all that. And they were calling Fraud to come and do his own shopping, but Uncle did not come. He was just so upset that Elozonam put him up and all that. So he refused to come out and he didn't shop for anything. Now, fast forward to today, all the things that the Team Icon shopped for last week actually got to them today, and you know, they had to share. Now, Fraud now came there and just saw a bottle of peanuts and took it. Uncle, come back, come back, come back. Let me refresh your memory. They called you last week to come and shop. You were forming I'm angry. Go and eat your anger, because now there's nothing for you. And the peanut he actually chose was what Cindy shopped for. Because I remember last week when they were shopping, Cindy was like, see, you people can shop for whatever you want, but I need some peanuts, you know, and some cashew nuts and all that. The other housemates were like, no, 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 Fraud, that stuff is for Cindy. She specifically ordered for that. And then he was like, I don't understand. Am I not a member of the team? Am I not this one? I should also have a right to these things. And they're like, guy, calm down. We called you. You said you did not want to shop, you were not coming, you were not doing this, you were not doing that, you were angry. Now you want to come and take something that another person shopped for. It doesn't make any sense. And the guy still stood there, was arguing. I felt like giving him a hot slap, because he was acting so childish. Something you did not shop for, even if you want it, maybe you just ask politely, oh, can I share with you, something like that. He actually took the bottle of peanuts to the garden and sat down there. Then Cindy came and met him that, look guy, this thing doesn't make sense. I was the one that ordered for it, but if you want, we can actually share. It's not something to argue about. You know, the guy kept on going back and forth that he's also a team member, he's this, he's that. And then before you knew it, this guy threw the whole bottle on the ground. I was like, they should go and eat it, that he doesn't want this one. Like, why? That's so petty. I mean, that's ew. Doesn't make any sense to me. And you know, the housemates were against Fraud. I'm sure Esther even knew that Fraud messed up, but she just didn't want to say it. She just kept on looking. I'm pretty sure that she might clear him later, because Esther is blunt. If it's that one, she will clear him. But man, I was really, really irritated this evening, and it's just really sad that this is the gist I'll be ending my video with, because ew. Anyways, the only thing that can make me excited now is your comments. I'm waiting for them in the comment section, because this Fraud guy, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. And you know, click on the bell icon right beside the subscribe button, so that you get notified every single time I put out a new video. And yes, today I'm filming with a top. It's a white top. Okay, I hope people can see it, because yesterday people were asking me if I was filming without clothes. I don't understand. I was wearing a sleeveless top. You need to open your eyes, no ganyagi, so that you can see if I'm wearing clothes or if I'm not wearing clothes. Okay, that's why I'm wearing white. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.